Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Director of Communications of SEAT, Mr. Dominik Hoberg.
Mesdames et messieurs, j'ai l'honneur de vous présenter le directeur de la communication de SEAT, Dominik Hoberg.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear media guests. Welcome here in Geneva to SEAT. Thank you for joining us today for the press presentation of our Spanish brand. First of all, I would like to welcome our honored guest. More than a warm welcome to the chairman of the supervisory board of the Volkswagen AG, Professor Dr. Fabian Piech, and his wife Ursula Piech. Professor Dr. Martin Winterkorn, chairman of the Volkswagen Group, and our chairman of the SEAT supervisory board, Dr. Francisco Garcia Sanz. A special pleasure and honor for us today as well is the presence of His Excellency Mr. Miguel Ángel de Frutos, Ambassador of Spain to Switzerland, and Her Excellency Ms. Ana Maria Menendez, Ambassadoress, Permanent Representative of Spain in front of the United Nations office here in Geneva. And of course, all welcome our colleagues, we welcome all our colleagues from the Volkswagen Group. Dear media guests, SEAT is Spanish, SEAT is German, and SEAT is technology to enjoy. Please be now part of an informative and entertaining press conference within record time. Have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of the Executive Committee of SEAT, Mr. Jürgen Stackmann.
Mesdames et messieurs, j'ai l'honneur de vous présenter le président de SEAT, Jürgen Stackmann.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our show. Thanks for coming. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. What this little video introduction was about, we'll show you and reveal you in a few minutes. Please let me start you by giving you a quick update on the situation of SEAT. Today I'm glad to report that SEAT clearly has sales momentum. In 2013, SEAT delivered 355,000 units worldwide, a growth of 10.6% in a European market that was shrinking by 1.8% at the same time. We have expanded our market share, and especially in our core region, Europe. Here are a few outstanding performances of the last year. In the UK, our deliveries increased by 17% for the 5th consecutive year, and our brand is now a 2% market share brand. In Germany, our second home market, our sales accounted for an increase of over 22%. And with 2.8% market share, for the first time, we are now in the top 10 ranks of all brands. In our home market, Spain, we achieved a growth of around 8% and expanded our share to 8.2%, ranking place number 2. And I'm glad to report that the overall car demand in Spain has recovered last year and continued to recover in the first 2 months of this year. We are optimistic for the year 2014. And here in Switzerland, this remarkable country, we have achieved a historical sales record, delivering over 9,000 units last year. Our share in Switzerland is now 3%. The new Leon family is clearly a key contributor to this growth, with an increase of 44% versus the prior model. A total of 102,000 Leons were delivered. We are clearly about to create a second pillar of strong business next to the Ibiza family. And we expect to continue this success with the new Leon ST, just launched a few weeks ago in the Vienna Motor Show. The first customer reaction is very positive. We have received over 20,000 factory orders since launch for the private market and the commercial market. We've also noticed a great interest in our ST 4x4 variant for the first time in our family, now called 4Drive, launched as well in January at Vienna Motor Show. To summarize, we have strong momentum and we plan, obviously, to continue our growth path in 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a young, spirited brand made and based in Barcelona. We believe that this young spirit is defined by 2 dimensions. We are design-driven and we are dynamic. Let's start first with our lust for unique and outstanding design. we have aligned our forces with yet another design-driven company from Barcelona, which shares our spirit, our energy, and our passion for great design. The fashion brand Mango is another success story from Barcelona, with more than 2,000 stores globally in 100 countries. We've brought together both design teams, brought them in one room to create a unique edition for our Seat Me. Please enjoy. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Me by Mango, a real statement for fashion on wheels. Let me introduce you briefly to the car. You will see this Me by Mango this summer, not only on the streets of Barcelona, obviously. This car stands out in every European city thanks to its attractive exterior design and interior design theme. This car is available in unique glam beige, seen behind me, and unique black. The design teams of Seat and Mango have created a unique theme, especially for the interior of the car, using high-quality materials like Alcantara and developing really loving details and defined touches for the car inside of the car, including an exclusive set of Me by Mango accessories. But as I said, the spirit of the brand Seat has yet another dimension. Let's turn to our dynamic side. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't that fantastic? What a great car to look at, what a great car to express the strength of our brand. It's the ultimate expression of the successful Leon formula. It combines the virtues of a family car, it's a perfect symbiosis of a family car with a true performance car. It's a car for the men, clearly not for the boys. It's the fastest and the most powerful car this brand has ever put on the road. It's very fast in straight lines, but yet its real turf is the curves on the roads. It combines quality and technology at an affordable price. And the new Cupra is our new brand icon. And talking about technology and engineering, who could be better suited to give you an insight of the new Leon Cupra than the man who engineered the car himself, Dr. Matthias Rabe, our Executive Vice President for Engineering and Research. Matthias, join me on stage. Cheers.
Yes, I can tell you, this car really creates extremely fun to drive. It combines high technology, high quality, and a really sporty, elegant design. And for us, that car really stands for the ultimate front-wheel drive driving expression.
Matthias, we love the car since some years already, since we started developing it. Tell me more about the powertrain, the power. It's the most powerful car we've ever built.
Yes, the heart of that car is the engine, and that really delivers performance. We have a 280 horsepower engine. We have an acceleration time 0 to 200 in less than 20 seconds. Normally that's a field of a real sports car. And on the other hand side, we could reduce the CO2 emissions and the fuel consumption by 22%. That means the CO2 emissions are down at 149 grams. And that we did by improving the aerodynamic, by lowering the weight. And by the way, that's the lightest car in its segment.
Matthias, it's very fast on a straight line, but that's not the real turf of the car. The car loves curves. It really wants curves. So tell me more about the suspension of the car.
Yes, we have a sporty suspension with a progressive steering. We have the DCC, that means the dynamic chassis control, where we can really tune the car between comfort, sport, and Cupra. And going on comfort, you have really a long distance comfort. It's very, very comfortable, like a flying carpet. And putting it on Cupra is the other way around. You really can go on the racetrack, you can go on a curvy road. It makes a lot of fun. But overall, we have the Forward Q. Forward Q is a differential lock system on the front wheel, where we can really distribute the torque to the outer wheel, for example. And doing that and going on the limit, you really put the car into the curve. It's fantastic to drive.
It's a great experience. It really feels like somebody's pushing you into the
Exactly.
corner. Matthias, for those who haven't driven the car, brief characterization. How would you characterize the car?
It's a really sporty car, and for a sporty car there are two things very important. One is how the car feels. The car has to, the driver has to be one with the car, and the car has to do exactly what the driver wants. And the other is the car has to give nice response, and the Cupra really does that. That's the first thing. The second thing is about sporty car. You can measure its speed and its time. And we did a lot of setup and testing work at the Nürburgring, the most demanding racetrack. And the goal was, we defined that, to achieve a nice time, but on the other hand, to get a delightful and very nice car to handle there.
I think this perfectly brings me to the driver of this car. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Jordi Genet, former WTCC driver of SEAT and one of the SEAT test drivers at the Nürburgring. Jordi, join me on stage. Jordi, please join us.
Hi, Jordi.
So, Jordi, you had the fun to drive the car and test the car on the Nürburgring. What was your experience?
Well, the experience was great. To achieve the best setup of the car, we had to do a lot of kilometers in the Nürburgring. More than 9,000 kilometers. This was 450 laps in 90 days. But let me tell you something. From the very beginning, we felt the car was fast. Already on the first days of testing, we were below the lap record, the ancient lap record, and we were really close to the 8-minute barrier.
And that was all with a serial car, with a car like it's standing here.
Yes, all this was with an absolutely standard Seat Leon, 280 horsepower, like the one we have just here.
Yeah.
When Matthias and you called me into the office, and that was the call that I had received before, I gave you a very special challenge because I was allergic to the number 8. That was still sort of the lap time before. So how did you manage with that special challenge?
Yeah, well, the challenge was really big because to go below 8 it's difficult, but we knew we were close, so we fitted high-performance tires, no slicks, but high-performance tires, and most important, because of that we had to fit better brakes to be able to use the capacity of brake inside of the corner and the capacity of the chassis to get inside of the corner, and because of that is when we managed to get it.
And we will offer that as an option for the customer during that year later on. You can see that on that car. That car has a performance pack with the other brakes, with the other tires, and with some aerodynamic measures on the car.
Jordi, during your testing weeks, 90 days that you said, you were not alone on the ring, obviously. A lot of other people use the ring for their testing. So give me a few expressions of how did we compete with the others in that period?
Well, it's very significant that in all these days of testing, I was only overtaken once in all these days with a car that I'm not going to say the brand, but I can tell you the price. It's almost 4 times the price of this car, and it was driven by an ex-Formula 1 driver. So this also gives us an idea of the speed we were lapping around the Nordschleife.
And I think you received a call from your father as well, right?
Yeah, well, he said that when he saw the video of the inboard, he said, at your age and after all you've done, do you really think that you have to do that? I said, yes, of course, with this car, it's no doubt you have the security and the speed, and the lap time, I think you can see right now on the screen.
So that's the last seconds of the record run. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Leon Cupra. It is the first front-wheel car to drive the Nürburgring Nordschleife under 8 minutes. And the new benchmark for all our competitors, and there are plenty, is to go below 7 minutes, 58 and 44 seconds. Thank you very much for joining our show. Thanks for joining our pride, which is the Leon Cupra, our new brand icon. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of the day. Jordi, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Matthias?
Ladies and gentlemen, that it was from us. Now you have the opportunity to take some pictures of our new brand icon, the new Leon Cupra.